and welcome to another video from Crafters Corner. Tejal here today, and today we are playing with gelatos. Now I made a last mixed media canvas and I had used these gelatos in there, and I got a couple of questions asking me what exactly gelatos are and how do you use them, and I thought since I hadn't done this, I might as well give you an overview of these fabulous coloring tools. So this is a tropical pack of gelatos. Now you get color family packs, you get multicolor packs, and you get a huge box of 28 colors. If you are a beginner, you would like to try, you can pick up these boxes of multicolors, or you can pick up the big box right away and start playing with them. So now if you get this pack, now this is the tropical pack, as you can see, you will get 4 colors. There is this sponge dauber that is usually used to either blend your colors, or you can use them to make the perfect round dots on your pages or on your cards. And then you get the stipple brush. Now the stipple brush is used to give out those tiny splatter effect, which I will show you once I start using them. So let me just take them out and show you what exactly they are. So now this is a pretty stiff brush, and you can really get good splattered dots with these. So I'll show you how to use this. Then you have this sponge dauber, and I believe what they call it, dot dabber. So it has sponge on top over here, and you can just pick up the colors and give perfect dots wherever you need. Now here are your gelatos. Gelatos are actually watercolor sticks in the form of chapsticks or tubes, if you may call. These are really creamy, smooth, and blend like butter. Once you start using them, you will know what I'm actually talking about. But it's a concentrated pigment, but in a water soluble form. So you can take them out as much as you need them, and you can cap them and use them. So you have 4 colors in this, and all the color names are mentioned on the lids over here. Now I also have the metallic pack with me. There are 2 colors in the metallic pack. You get the champagne gold and ice silver. So it's again a fabulous metallic hue in this. And here's the silver one. So I'll be using a couple of these and showing you how to exactly use them. So let me put a couple of these aside. And okay. So now the main thing in this is the paper that you use. You need a good quality artist paper. You can use papers that are used for sketching. Those work fine. Or if you're going to be using this with water, then use watercolor paper. Now, once you have your paper, I'm just showing you how these work. So here I'm putting on a good layer of this color. So here is how you just scribble it on your paper. That's all you need to do. You don't need any fancy tools. Your tools are your fingers. So here is what I am doing. Now here is how it blends. But because I went lightly, if you want a more concentrated form, this is how you go about it. You try and not to leave any white specks in between. And now you see, the more the pigment you have on your paper, the more effortlessly this is going to blend. Now can you see that beautiful blending? And I can just go right out, pull it out, and get a beautiful soft feathering. So that is one way to blend these with your finger. Now there's another way to blend this. Now here again I'm laying down this color, and I'm laying down a pretty heavy coat. It actually feels like I'm running a chapstick over the paper. Now here I'm using a wet wipe. This is for those who don't want to use their fingers. You can use a dry tissue, a wet wipe, but the wet wipe will take out a lot of color, and that is why I generally don't like using a wet wipe. I prefer using my finger. Now the last way is by using water. Now with water and with wet wipe you will get lighter results than you would normally get with your finger. I'm using a water brush. You can see here it just blends beautifully, and it gives you a paint like consistency. It's not like a watercolor, it's more like you're using a paint on this. So there you have kind of the different ways of how to blend, how to use, how to mix your colors. Now there's another way you can use this, and that is directly use it from the tube. Use your paintbrush and you can just go painting them. Now this is a tedious process, but this will work when you are trying to color small images and when you need concentrated color. This is when this method will work. So this is another direct paintbrush to paper. Then you can also scribble this over your craft mat. Now one thing, when you're working with gelatos, use your craft mat because it is so easy to clean up. It's way too easy. So all I do is just add a little water, just a few drops, and I have a beautiful wash. Now for this kind of method, preferably a watercolor paper would be much suited. But as you can see, I'm getting good results with this. You could use a wider paintbrush if you want that. So I have a couple of sheets of paper. I have already treated and embossed it. Treated meaning I've used my anti-static bag over it and then inked my stamp with Versamark and embossed it with clear embossing powder. The stamps that I've used is just to save time. I've pre-embossed them. I really didn't want to waste time in embossing, so I've used this and the magical dots and the floral vines, or magical, I think. I'll link these at the bottom of my video. So these I have used. Now let me play with this one right now. So what I'm going to do is just color over this, and I'm going pretty heavy. If you want a lighter tone, you can go light. I have a blue, I go with the pink, and then the purple I want a little light, so I shall go lightly over this. It looks very dark, but trust me, it won't be this dark. Now back to the magical finger, and I'm going to first mix with individual colors. And it helps if you wet your finger now and then, the colors will glide on smoother. Now I shall just slightly bring this color down, blend it just a little bit, clean off my finger so that I don't get any more blue, and then blend the pink. Again, just wetting my finger and blending. Now again, I shall just blend a bit of that purple into the pink. And then just blend the purple. And then take your wipe and just quickly rub over the embossed image, and it will take off the excess color. Now, I want the purple to be a little lighter, so I'm taking the clean part of my baby wipe, wet wipe, and just smoothing it out. And I think this is pretty much perfect. So there you have a beautiful background, and all it needs is a sentiment to be perfect. So that was one way of blending with your finger. And if your paper feels tough, keep moistening your finger on a wipe or with water, and the colors will blend even faster. So this was one of the examples. Now let me show you another one. Now here what I'm going to do is probably use a little bit of gold. I'm just using gold randomly over this. Alright, now I'm going to go back with my paintbrush, making a huge puddle of water here, and then I'm just going to blend this up.
Camera can pick up, but there is a subtle shine to this gold color. The more water you have, the more lighter your colors will be. There's enough color here to completely saturate the paper.
And if you can pick up, but see that shimmer of that gold gelato, it's just fabulous. And then I'm just running a wipe quickly over this so that I can get it off the embossed area. That's it. That's all what I'm doing. And I have another fabulous background. You can still play with this, add water, remove water, add another color in a corner. Then I'm showing you, now I have watercolor paper and I have this floral leaves, I believe, background stamp. So I have this stamp, and what I'm going to do is pick up this and go straight over the stamp. Now when you're doing this, hold your gelato straight up, don't bend it. So I'm just covering part of it in purple. And then I'm going in with a little bit of pink. And I'm making sure I overlap just adding a hint of blue. No, we'll go for this margarita color. Your pigment is on the stamp, but it needs water to get activated. So what I'm going to do is spritz this with water, and then I'm going to lay my paper over it and give it a few seconds to soak up the pigment as well as the water. So, and let's go for the reveal, where you have a beautiful watercolored look. Now this may look yucky right now, but trust me, let it dry. So here you can see this beautiful watercolored look over here. Now there's another method. Promise you this is the last. I'm going to use let me pick up one. Now these are some stencils from Crafter's Workshop, and oh, this is more sturdier. Now here what I'm going to do is take my gelato and scribble, oh, it fits in. Scribble it directly onto the stencil. Because even if you try to get it between the stencils, it probably won't go in. So I'm just taking it, scribbling it all over the stencil. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a clean part of my wipe and start rubbing it over this. Now what that does is it moves the gelato out and into the paper. And because the wipe is wet, it will be nice smooth moving of the color. So here you can see a bit of it. Let me, once I remove my stencil, I'll be able to show it better. Make sure you keep changing your wipe to the point where it is clean. Alright, so I think I'm done. And what you get is this. Now, tell me if that's not beautiful. So you can use your gelatos straight onto your stencils and have this fabulous look. And I think I like this part the most. So there you have it. These are just a few ways of how to use your gelatos, and you can definitely buy them, keep experimenting with them. The more you experiment, the more ways that you will get to use it. So I would really love for you to pick up a pack, try some new methods of coloring. So here's what I showed you guys today, and I really hope that you like this really short intro into this product. We have the whole pack in the store. We have this baby pack in the store. We have metallic gelatos. We have a pack of metallic gelatos. Just pick one and go crazy. And please make sure you share whatever you make with us. I realized I forgot to show you guys the splattering, tippling or splattering that I talked about. So what I'm going to do is take this color, spritz it with water. I'm adding enough water. Then I'm taking this stipple brush, and this is what's splattering. It's splattering everywhere else actually. Or you can do this for tiny splatters. So that's all what splattering is all about. So see you soon with another video. Till then, happy crafting.